We have the other one, right? Yeah. Do you know which one you're going to start with?
Let's do October 11th. I don't know what that is. Comptometer. Calculator.
A mechanical calculator. I think this is what like old, well, we'll talk about it then. I'll just cue it up. All right. Take a little swig of water. All right. So this is Tech History, October 11th through the 17th. And we'll start in 5, 4. Jonathan,
Yeah.
let's talk about tech history.
Yes. This week we're covering October 11th through the 17th. First off, we have the comptometer patented.
Comptometer.
What is the comptometer?
Was it something from out in Compton? I mean, Compton. Oh, but that's with an N, not an M. Comptometer. Dor E. Felt is granted the second of 2 patents on his comptometer, the first practical and commercially successful key-driven mechanical calculator. Various comptometers were in continuous production from 1887 to the mid-1970s. So yeah, so this is what do you call it? Old cash register used to be like. No, seriously. I mean, you would put like every one of these rows represented a decimal point, you know, so because you were dealing with cents, right? So only the far right rows would be like your decimal points. And so you would put like your 1 through 10 or 0 through 9. And then the other ones, all the ones on the left would end up the dollar values. And so, but this one seems like because there was a mechanical calculator, it worked a little bit different. But if you think about it, if you can get a mechanical calculator to tell you certain values based on mechanical, you can see where computers kind of take the same approach. Remember we talked about binary, where we have like 4 bits.
Yeah.
And you would flip those, and by flipping them, you would get certain numbers. So all of them off would equal 0. The first one flipped to 1 would equal 1. You flip the first one off and flip the second one, that's 2. You flip the first and second, you get 3, so on and so forth, right? So I can see where these mechanical calculators kind of encourage, or not encourage, but how do you call it? Influenced, you know, the modern computer with digital.
Yeah.
Flipping of bits. So
pretty interesting.
It is.
All right. Next up, we have October 12th, Steve Jobs' next computer.
Steve Jobs. This is after he got fired from
Apple.
And he started Next Incorporated, and he introduced the next computer, which would end up like being a little cube essentially. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they took the next computer, the operating system, and developed what is now the Mac OS on the MacBook Pro.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Look at that old style mouse, like a square.
Yeah, that is kind of bizarre. But it's kind of impressive. I mean, even by today's standards, I mean, I wouldn't mind owning a cube as a computer. I mean, you either have a laptop that's really super thin with, you know, a thin monitor and stuff like that, or you have a desktop which is like a tower, right, or a mini tower, or you probably have a computer that has the motherboard built into the screen itself, but to have a cube, that's kind of cool, I think. I wouldn't mind having something similar to this here.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It would make me feel important.
All right, next up we have October 14th, Atari launches home video gaming.
Atari. This was 1977.
Whoa. Known as the VCS. Later, the Atari 2600.
I wonder what VCN, video computer system. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from Atari, huh? Is Atari still around?
I feel like not really. I mean, if you want to, I don't think they're making new things. They kind of stuck with, their old school stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Sony, Nintendo, Xbox, those are kind of like your main players, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like Atari started the whole cartridge thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can see the cartridge insert right in the center of the console. And essentially you would just plug this into your TV. And so like you use the composite cables, the RGB cables,
mm-hmm.
and you would connect it to your TV and yeah, play games that you would buy. I think so 1979, it was the best-selling gift for Christmas. I didn't get one. Just to be clear, for the record, I could not afford one. Well, my parents couldn't. I wonder if this was just games or it actually allowed you to program something. And if so, I wonder if it came with a keyboard.
I think it was just video games.
Yeah, I think so. And it's interesting that they called it video computer system.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I guess that's why they had to rename it to Atari, because computer just had a different connotation to it. So look at the joystick. So simplified.
Yeah, just one button.
That's all you needed to fire.
Yeah.
You didn't need all these 6 different buttons to like shoot from the hip, shoot from the back, shoot from the side. Cool.
All right. On October 15th, Edison Electric Light Company formed.
Good old Edison.
1878. Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, a group of investors formed the Edison Electric Light Company. It's kind of interesting how Thomas Edison said, hey guys, let's get together and invest in this great company that I'm coming up with. I'm going to call it the Edison Electric Light Company. And the investor's like, well, that's your last name. He's like, isn't it great?
Now he's forever known for providing electricity.
That's right. Charging an arm and a leg for it. So the goal of the company was to provide financial support for Edison's electric light experiments and work on developing an electrical lighting system for the entire city. So this was a long-lasting carbonized filament light bulb was developed by Edison while working for this company. Eventually, this and several other Edison companies were merged and formed General Electric. Oh, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Southern California Edison, I seriously thought this makes sense now. In my mind, this makes total sense. So, you know how the Tesla car, the company,
mm-hmm.
was named after Tesla, the inventor?
Mm-hmm.
So Southern California Edison, which is a company that sells electricity to homes and businesses in Southern California, was named after Thomas Edison. I thought like Edison Electric Light Company, eventually morphed into like Southern California Edison or Edison Corporation or something,
Yeah.
when in reality, that's not the case. It's
General.
They morphed into, or they eventually formed General Electric, and GE is all over the place. They got the light bulbs, you can find them at the stores. And so, but you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Crazy.
Here I thought that Southern California Edison had to do something with Edison, but it's like Tesla. They just took someone's name that had to do with electricity, just like Tesla did, the car company, and they're using that name as a company name. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Made a full circle for me.
All right. Next up, we have October 16th, CDC 1604 released. What is that?
This is oh man, this company's come up quite a few times in our tech history. This is Control Data Corporation.
It's the world's fastest computer at the time.
1959.
Whoa.
They needed a typewriter to operate it.
Whoa.
Is that a typewriter next to there?
Oh yeah, huh? Interesting.
I wonder if that typewriter had anything to do with it.
Designed by Seymour Cray. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's the guy that he founded the Cray research computer. Remember the Cray computer?
Yeah.
Everything's related. It's like technology is such a small like community of companies that take us to where we're at now. Not a whole lot has changed as far as those parties are concerned. I mean, people come and go, but it's just kind of around the same thing.
It's just been improved upon and passed down.
Yeah, Seymour Cray, the father of the supercomputer. I wonder why they called it the 1604. It was built in 1959. I mean, maybe the storage capacity, maybe the number of computations per second. You have to wonder, like, what is the significance of 1604? It's like Formula 49, right? Or Formula 409. The cleaning agent.
Yeah.
You know why they call it Formula 409?
No.
Because they had to come up with 408 before they came up with the 409th formula that actually worked the way they wanted it to work. So that's why I wonder about all these numbers. The 1604, is it like that they had to go through 1603 different iterations of this design before they came up with 1604? So if anyone knows, leave us a comment.
All right.
And educate us.
Next up, we have October 17th. Imdb launched.
You know what Imdb is?
Imdb is for movie fans.
Yeah, this guy started a database. Internet Movie Database, or IMDb.
Oh, that makes sense now. I didn't know it had an acronym.
Yeah, their initials for Internet Movie Database. An engineer working for HP at the time, by 1996, Needham quit his job to work on IMDb full-time. So it's one of the most visited sites on the internet, acquired by Amazon. What?
Whoa.
Amazon took over this.
He's still the general manager to this day.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is.
Must watch a lot of movies.
An English movie fan launches the Rec Art movie database. They built an API that allows you to go and pull the list of movies and you can create your own website out of their API.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You just got to get an API key from them, a developer key, and you can access their stuff and put it on your own website.
Pretty neat.
Wow, 1998 acquired by Amazon. Amazon had that much money by then? I wonder how much they acquired it for. Oh, Wikipedia, here we come. Let's see here. IMDb, acronym for Internet Movie Database, online movie database information. You know, I thought this was like owned by the movie industry, you know, not some guy that worked at HP. IMDb began the movie database on the Usenet group, Rec Arts Movie. Oh, wow. So he started as a Usenet.
What is Usenet?
This was before the internet was kind of like something general. So what happened was that you would connect, you had to have an internet connection. So you would actually dial in through a modem. You would dial into a Usenet group. And so somebody had a computer which was connected to several phone lines. And these phone lines, people would call in and you could potentially, I think you paid a membership because obviously somebody had to pay the bills for all these phone lines coming in. And there were only like, maybe, I mean, if you had 10 phone lines connected to that computer, then you only had 10 people that can dial in. And so you would dial into these Usenet groups, leave a message, hang up, and then come back a few hours later and hope that somebody would respond. Or if you were carrying a conversation, those conversations can carry on while the two people are on, connected to that Usenet. Later, when the web was released and you can go and get an internet subscription, then you can join the Usenets through the internet. So now you didn't have to dial into the Usenet server directly. You could just, dial into the web and visit these Usenets through the web. And then now, obviously, he's got, the IMDb going on. But yeah, I thought IMDb was owned by the movie industry. I didn't know it was owned by some dude that just worked at HP and then later was bought by what's it called it?
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is kind of cool. It doesn't say how much they bought it for though. Yeah, it doesn't say. Independent company, Amazon subsidiary, 1998, Jeff Bezos, $55 million.
Whoa. That is nuts.
Well, I mean, I guess. Because the guy,
it was just 2 years after he made it too. He did it in 96, I think.
No, but the Usenet was in 1990.
Oh wow, yeah.
So it was 8 years. This was in 98. Yeah. So in 98, so it took 8 years for Amazon to pick it up. 55 million though. That's insane. I mean, who knew Amazon had that much money back then?
Yeah.
That's just bizarre. That's cool though. IMDb, 55 million, 98. I don't know what it's worth now. I think that was it, huh?
That's it for tech history this week.
All right. Until next time.
Peace out.
Peace.